What's up, sports fans? We're jumping right into the action here today. We are sitting here at uh, good old KFC, as it's affectionately known in South Karana. KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken, because we're fighting a bunch of birds at the Aviak village. I always thought that was cute. Cute idea. So I've been here. I'm trying to think. I've recorded a couple videos that I haven't spliced together and edited and posted yet. So I'm not totally sure where I where I kind of left off on things. But I've been here uh, since level 22. I'm level 26 now, so I've gotten 4 levels here. And previously I was in Najena, the dungeon off of Lava Storm Mountains. Lava Storm Mountains, yeah. Um, and I intended to get some footage there, and I was kind of learning the dungeon a little bit because I hadn't been there since I don't even know when. I think on a previous server that I'd played, or sometime back during Classic or Live EQ. I don't know. I couldn't remember. So I wasn't totally familiar with everything, so I was kind of reacquainting myself before I started recording anything, and I did end up getting a couple levels there. I think I went from like 19 to 22 or 20 to 22. Essentially what happened why I didn't get any footage is the bonus XP weekend started that they are doing over Labor Day right now, and the dungeon kind of got flooded with people, and I don't know what the deal is when they do these bonus XPs. Obviously, it brings people out to level a lot of alts, but I also think it brings out the worst in people in that, like, people just don't want to share camps. They don't have any regard for, like, if you're camping something, they just want to try and cram in as much XP as they can during the bonus and just kind of lose sight of everything else. That's been my experience, unfortunately, when they do these events. So it's helpful to be able to level alts a little quicker, but ultimately I'm not a huge fan of it. I try and just kind of, when stuff like that happens, just go and find somewhere else to fight. Like, it's not worth arguing with people over it, and doesn't usually resolve anything. Typically, not during bonus XP times. I have no problem talking to people and like sorting out camps, and people are usually pretty good. But like I say, just during these events, it seems like people lose their minds a little bit. So yeah, so I just decided to peace out in Agena. Wasn't going so well, and I wasn't gonna be able to really show much with the whole place being camped. So I decided to come here to back in the Karanas. I was in East Karana before, and now we're in South. Um, so yeah, this has been pretty good so far. I mean, I can't say it's pretty busy here too as well. Obviously, you can see there's a lot of people around. Um, Before tonight, I had been grouping with some folks, a few lower levels, kind of helping them learn the ropes here a little bit. So we're on the ground floor. You can see there's probably 5 or 6 static spawns down here. They're like against trees. You saw that guy was there. I kind of ran up and grabbed him. And then there's 2 little guards, if you want to call them that will spawn at the bottom of the ramp there. And then there's a few others, and you see like there's mobs that also roam through here. That guy just popped. Um, so there's definitely a lot of mobs to go around, and even if like all the birds are getting killed, you can sort of go to the surrounding areas out here in the perimeter. You can find like bull elephants, occasional treants, centaurs running around. So there's a good amount of mobs. This can support really a lot of people, so it's not a huge deal. Um, One thing that's kind of wonky about this Aviak tower, um, the mobs that spawn, they can be egrets, which I think are the lowest level. They were green to me when I got here at level 22, so they must be mid to high teens, something like that. And then rooks, I think, are the next level, which I'm killing now. So this guy's blue. Harriers, I think, is the next one up. They can be, they're still like either yellow white or blue to me, so they could be, you know, like 24 to 26 or 27, something like that. And then Avocets is the highest ranked one, which they are pretty beefy. I think they're 28 to 30 is their level range. So my kind of like problem with this area is that um, you can have any of those mobs spawn in any of the. These guys are gonna take this. Can I take it? Yeah, they got it. You can have any of those mobs spawn at any of the placeholders for mobs. So like, you don't have an area where it's all like level 15 mobs or an area where it's all level 20 mobs. It could be like a 15 or a 30. So it makes it kind of hard. You know, if you're the only one here, or there's not someone high enough to kill like the Avocets, I've had it where down here there'll be like 4 mob spawns that are Avocets, and just like I can't do anything because you can't break them, you know, because they're just too high level. So that's kind of the only issue with this. Obviously right now where it's like this busy, you don't really have that problem. Everyone's just killing everything, and there's enough people that, you know, it respawns pretty quickly. I think it's on a 6-minute zone timer. So yeah, so that's my only kind of gripe, is you probably want to be here with a group unless you're twinked, and even then, like, you know, I'm twinked out and I can't be pulling like level 30 Avocets right now and just going to town on them. I have killed a couple like yellow Avocets that have been running around, but it takes a long time, it takes a lot of mana and health, and it's honestly not that good of XP, so I'm not sure it's really worth it. So top of the tower here, obviously there's more mobs in there, and then there is what's this fella doing? He's green. I'm not going to bother with him. There's a vendor back here, this crack wind chaser. I can't sell to him, unfortunately. He's dubious to me. Oh, he attacked. So, doesn't help me out. I'm guessing that's probably the case for other evil races. But there is another vendor in zone. If you go to the northeast of the zone, there's a little centaur village, and there's a vendor there that will sell to me, so I assume he'll sell to everyone. I think he's indifferent. And the centaurs that roam the South Karana, the zone, are also indifferent, I'm pretty sure, and you can kill them and there's no faction hit either, so like, that's really nice. So you can just sort of go ham on the centaurs and they don't really care, they'll still sell and buy. So yeah, if you can't sell the bird boy here, you can go sell to the centaurs, which I just bound there, so if I get full, you know, I can gate back and sell to them real quick and then run back down here. So it's not too bad. Nice that there's kind of that option for good and evil. A lot of the times the evil races get screwed and can't find anywhere to sell. So that's a plus there. I'm actually thinking I might move on from here. I know I just kind of like started filming, but I did get a few levels, and it's just getting a little busy for me, where, again, like I said, I'm not quite high enough to efficiently kill the Avocets. If I was like 27, I could probably do it, which I'm not far away, about a bar to go. But it's just not super efficient for me, and there's just a lot of people here right here, so we're getting a lot of competition for mobs, and I don't know if I'm just too ugly, but I haven't gotten a lot of group invites either. I'd be happy to kind of sit there and chill with a group, but I don't know. People are going crazy. It's bonus XP weekend, so it is what it is. So I just wanted to pop in real quick and kind of show this camp, but I think I'm going to try my hand. You know, to the south of here is Lake Wrath, and it's very close, so I can zone into Lake Wrath, and then in Wrath Mountains, which obviously is not far, there's these giant skeletons that I think are about my level. I think they're like 25 to 30 is the rough level range for them. So I just want to pop over there and see if they're available. They're just warrior mobs. You know, they don't have a level range of 15 to 30 like you get here, so it's a little more consistent. I don't think there's a ton of them in zone. That was the only potential issue. So if they're camped too, then I'm probably going to find myself right back here. So I'll stay bound at the Centaur camp up north, and then yeah, I'm going to pop over to Lake Wrath, and you know, if there's anything going there, I'll start killing some skellies. If that's camp 2, which I'm kind of feeling like it will be, then I'll probably pop back over here. But I'm going to give it a shot, so we'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, we're back. We're in Lake Wrath, en route to the giant skeleton camp in Wrath Mountains. And actually it opened up a little bit at the Aviak tower. I realized, or remembered I guess, there was a group there of 3 people, 2 of them level appropriate for the zone, or for KFC. They were like 21 and level 22 I think. And then they were with the 3rd, who was red to me and anonymous. I don't know what level they were, but they were essentially power leveling and taking on mobs. So that was really the main issue there. It wasn't that there were a lot of people there. There were a decent amount, but it was this one power leveling group, which finally moved out. So spawns started popping up a lot better, and I got level 27. Actually debated staying there for a bit since it was had gotten better, but I figured I said I'd pop over to the giant skeleton camp, so I might as well. It's really not a bad run at all. The Aviak tower is right on the zone line to Lake Wrath, and then just a quick run across Lake Wrath. And the giant skeleton camp is, I'm pretty sure, like right here by the zone line as well. So not a bad little jog over, so I figured I'd check it out. But yeah, that's, I don't know, a little pet peeve of mine, I guess. I feel like I'm complaining a lot in this video, but you know, if you're gonna power level people, that's cool. I have no problem with that. Like, power level your buddies, that's nice. Just don't go to like a really popular XP spot and do it, where like there's a bunch of people who are not getting power leveled, and then you take all the mobs. Just my 2 cents, you know. Find somewhere that's a little less camped. And it wasn't like they were like shredding everything. It wasn't like the druid method of like, you know, thorn damage, and I think they were maybe just like healing, helping heal or something like that and pull, so it wasn't like a huge, they weren't pulling literally everything, but I don't know, it made a difference when they left for sure. Alright, I'm not super sure where these giant skeletons are, unless they are being killed. I thought they were like kind of right here at the zone, but I'm not seeing them unless they're in a specific spot. I thought maybe they roamed. I don't know. I don't think I've ever been to this camp. I just wanted to kind of check it out, so I'll do a little lap here and see if I can find anything. Then maybe I'll check the wiki. But I'm actually, I'm getting pretty excited here for level 29 coming up. So, you know, everyone says with Shaman that once you get to 34 is when it kind of opens up. It's a little bit of a slog up until then, and I have to say, I mean, I know I'm twinked out. I've got like the fungi tunic. I can't really complain. But it does feel slow. Just when I'm like auto-attacking things, you know, I don't have double attack. I'm a priest class, so like my offense skill is as good as anyone, but my 2-hand blunt, priest classes I think only get 4 skill points for their weapon class per level, whereas like melee classes get 5, so it starts to drop off the higher you get, you know. I got like 80 something 2-hand blunt when my offense is like 110, so I think that makes a difference when I'm fighting. I just don't hit as much, and you know, it just feels like it takes longer. Okay, this Cyclops is yellow. I can maybe take him. But I will say one thing with the Shaman, like, having slows, oh my god, makes such a difference. Like, I take so much less damage during fights, so it's a slow kind of slog of a fight, but, you know, it makes things doable. Like, I could take that yellow Cyclops probably, keep him slow, keep him mellowed. But at 29, anyways, what I was saying is I get quickness, I think, is the Shaman haste spell. So let's kill this Cyclops. I'm not finding these giant skeletons, so let's at least give this Cyclops a go. See if I can't do something interesting while I'm filming here. I'm gonna get up my melees here, whatever it is. Make sure that my slows can stick. So yeah, excited to have some additional haste, spell haste, that'll help me kill things a little bit quicker. Um, but I did get some extra little trinkets, if you want to call it that. They're pretty big ticket items actually since the last time I think I had filmed. I got a Jaundice Bone Bracer, which is not usable until level 45. I really didn't intend to get this until I was going to be able to use it, because, sometimes I get tired of the alts and stop playing them, so I'm like, why drop money on that now? But someone was selling it for considerable discount. I've been seeing them in the tunnel for like 24. Hey, giant skeleton popped. So maybe someone is killing these. And the Cyclops is actually doing work on me, so this might not have been the best idea. But I guess I could go zone him. I think I'm going to do that. Took me down to half health. I'm only done 15%. But anyways, yeah, so I see these in the tunnel usually for like 22 to 24k. And I think I bought this for 17. Someone was selling it. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. Again, I can't use it for a while, so maybe I still should have just waited, but I don't know. I get in modes where sometimes I'm kind of tight with the purse, and then other times I just like let it rip. So I bought that, and I also bought this Oathmere Prexus Totem, which is like a total Shaman item. 18 whiz, 20 stamina. Goes in the range slot. Pretty freaking nice. That was a pretty penny as well. I think that was 9,000 plat. Definitely not like necessary to have that, especially the way that, stats scale with level like this low. It doesn't make a huge difference. Certainly not functionally. I mean, obviously it gives me more health and mana, but I don't know. It's a nice item. I thought I'd do it, and I did. And then the other one, I don't know if I had this last time, but Hierophant's Cloak was one I had been considering getting for a while, just because it's all classes, all races. It's just a great, like, twink item that you can put on any alt. 75 mana, 75 health, 4 to all stats, 10 AC. So I pulled the trigger on that one finally as well. That would be a huge upgrade from my main, my Druid. It's funny, some of my alts are wearing just like better stuff than my main, but it's one of those things where it doesn't do that much on my level 60, because yeah, it's a little more like health and mana, but it does quite a bit on a lower level alt, so he'll keep it for now. I forget honestly what I paid for that one, somewhere in the 15,000 range, give or take. I forget what they're going for, but it was pricey. So I'm pretty tight on coin now. I do still have enough for what I really wanted to get at level 35 was a fungi covered staff, I think it's called, which is it's clickable at level 35. It's a Shaman Druid item, and it gives you fungal regrowth, which is 15 HP regrowth. So essentially that and the fungi, you're getting 30 HP per tick. It does slow you when you cast it, so but it's just like super overpowered. It's just one of those things I'll just like never run out of health. I don't know, I'm kind of going ham on the Shaman with the big ticket items, but why not? If you got the cash, might as well spend it. Alright, this is really boring. I'm sorry, there are no giant skeletons. I saw that one, but I'm guessing someone's around here killing it, because now it's gone. So I'm gonna pause for a second here and just double check the wiki and see if I'm in the right spot. Maybe there's a better camp, or maybe someone's just killing them, and I'll head back to KFC. But thought I'd brain dump a little bit while I looked for him. So quick pause, and we'll see where we end up here. Hey guys, so yeah, we are in the right spot here where the giant skeletons are. I just read on the wiki that the lizardmen warriors are placeholders for them, so I probably ran past a few of those, not realizing I should have killed them to get these guys to spawn. So yeah, so again, the zone timer here is 6 minutes, so this guy cons blue to me, and looks like he's gonna be pretty easy kills. So we'll poke around here for a little bit, kind of see what we're seeing, and honestly, like, I'm already thinking it might be better for me to just go back to Aviak's. There's sparse spawns around here for the lizard men and the skeletons. I've been running around for a few minutes here just killing some of them, but um, I don't know. I think there's more population there in South Karana, so might jump back over there. But yeah, I figured I'd kill this guy. At least get one of them captured on camera. There goes a lizard man placeholder. I'll deal with you, mister. Yeah, but if I do end up back at KFC, no need to show you all that again, so I think this is me probably signing off for this one, unless I find somewhere else to hunt, but we're going to continue trying to find some different spots, you know, maybe not that different. It's pretty commonplace in South Carolina at KFC, but you know, just want to keep hopping around on this guy, keep it fresh a little bit, not necessarily going for like max XP per hour kind of thing here. Just sort of having fun and taking our time, but just wanted to quickly correct my previous statement. Again, looked at the wiki a little closer again, and it's all of the lizard men that roam here can be placeholders for the giant skeletons. So I think I'd said just the warriors, and I was just running around killing them. But they're also lizard men mystics, and there were a bunch of them. So I started killing them and noticed, you know, definitely a huge uptick in the giant skeleton population. So the lizard men are nothing to kill. They're like 4 or 5 hits. They go down easy, so definitely worth doing that. Alright, just want to clear that up. Thanks, guys. Catch you later.